internet issues. That's what you gotta do. Yeah, but we have the IT guru Brian on the other end here, and we had I guess the computer Romeo, Jason Adams, the hillbilly heartthrob. Yeah. You handled that like an IT guy. You were calm. You just pulled wires and acted like you knew what you were doing. Heartthrob. Yeah. And got us on the air. Didn't that like an IT guy. You were calm. You just pulled wires and acted like you knew what you were doing. Now, what's going on here, Brian? Are you trying to show me how goofy I sound on the air?
Yes, sir, I was.
Huh? Randy, this is what you really sound like on the air. Well, I know that. I'm well aware. Brian, were you going to say something, though? No, he wasn't. Okay, this is going to be a fun show. Oh, gosh, I can already tell you. This might be a classic. This might make the next blooper reel show. So get the blooper reel ready tonight, but also get ready for some great music, because I got to see this lady. Oh, wait. I'm Randy Finch, and we got awesome Andy here. Magnificent Manda is in the house.
I'm
Yes, she's back. Ooh, ooh.
And hey,
Yeah.
I announced this on Sunday when I was here for the vinyl
The
show.
vinyl show. Y'all were fantastic.
Yeah, I was here the whole day, and
Yeah, gosh, y'all were poisoning pigeons in the park and playing Poison.
so that day on Sunday, for anyone who's listening now that wasn't then, I sincerely apologize to all my fans for not being here. And then I was like, well, maybe I've got one, hopefully, out there. So,
Well, that's
yeah.
one more than a lot of us have. So.
Well, hopefully. So, yeah, my back's been out, my voice has been out, everything's been out, my money's been out.
Well,
so, anyway.
I understand.
But I'm back now.
We all have those down and out times, But you did a great job with the Folk Fest.
Thank you.
Year one is always a trying year, but it's always, the year you learn a lot, you tweak
Oh,
it.
that I
But it's
did.
going to come back, right? You're going to do it.
Absolutely.
You're going to do it.
Yeah.
Folk Fest 2 is in the works, right?
Yeah, it's happening.
It's going to happen. This is going to be like the Fast and the Furious. There's going to be like 14 of them, right? Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
And if you get
Let's
Vin
make it
Diesel
a-
to be a part of this, it'll all be complete. But
You never know.
that would be good.
You never know.
Welcome back. You're awesome. Thank you for,
Yes,
for
we're happy she's back.
what you did with the Folk Fest, and everybody had a great time. This lady played the Folk Fest, and this
That
is
is
somebody you keep
right.
hearing the buzz about. We had her on the Folk Fest preview show a few weeks back, and I wanted to have her back, and the heavens parted, and I got to have her back a lot sooner than I thought I was going to get to have her back. So we get to have her back tonight, running late, and she's still smiling at us. So I'm glad. Thank you for your patience.
Yes.
Everybody out here around us, welcome Miss Miranda Miller.
Yeah.
Back in the house.
Yes.
Woo. Oh, you're awesome, and you look great, and you're just if you're tired, you don't see it. You seem so peppy and up, Professional.
All the time.
Well, because that is true, isn't it? When you
Yeah.
play music, you never play at 9 in the morning. It's
No.
usually 7 to 9, 10 p.m. at night. So if
Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
a night person, it's really going to be a problem, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Now you were on 3 weeks ago, and I remember you said something that stuck with me because I thought it'd be a great song, and we got it right. That you
Okay.
and your husband, you traveled around the country, and you're crazy dreamers.
Yes, we are.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's the story on this? Because you've got a lot of followers on all the social networks. You said only 150,000 or so?
Only.
Yeah.
Only 150,000.
Just
Well, only because it's
150,000.
across, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So it's 4 different, social media outlets. It's not just my Facebook. I wish, but,
Yeah.
maybe someday.
But it's 150,000. That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's
yeah.
awesome. Now you two, you traveled around the country playing music.
Mm-hmm.
You are in beautiful McMinnville, Tennessee, and I love that because you didn't move right in the heart of the lion's mouth in Nashville. You wanted to
Yes,
be
sir.
out in the country
Yes,
because
sir.
that's where you feel comfortable.
That's where I am comfortable.
Yeah, that's where and location is, I guess, everything to us in this.
Well,
in this
location is
journey.
inspiration.
And, oh gosh, I love that. I could not have said it any better.
Yeah.
That even
Yeah,
rhymes.
Magnificent, man.
I know. I'm Dr. Seuss.
Well,
Sometimes.
let's back up. The original. Where is Miranda Miller originally from, and what was the decision making that led you into? It ended up being in Mactown there.
Yeah, it's quite it's quite different than where I'm from, but I'm originally from a town called Winnemucca, Nevada, which is 200 miles east of Reno. And, it's a small town, and basically there's a mine there. That's where people go to work. And, But the reason why I came to McMinnville is basically because, hey, it's a small town, and I can put my roots down right here, and, you know, I'm never going to leave you guys. I've made McMinnville my home over the past 6-7 months, and I tried another little town at first, Bradyville, over in Cannon County, and I just didn't get the feel that I get in McMinnville. Not that Bradyville's a bad town, like, it's a great town and everything, but I feel more at home in McMinnville, and the people that I've surrounded myself with are just all supporting me. Yeah. And I really, you know, I can feel it. I can feel the support all the way 100% from everybody I work with.
Oh, I love it. And those Cannon County and Warren County people just don't mingle well, do they? You too.
Hey, I mingle well with everybody. I don't know what you're saying, but
Woodbury and McMinnville just, you know, doesn't mix in the blood or something. Yeah, actually, for going up down here, I'm not too familiar with Woodbury, other than I went up there to skip school a few times and not get caught. You know, other than that, I really don't know a lot about Woodbury.
Woodbury's absolutely beautiful.
It is.
It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
But
It is.
even more so, though, and I'm sure it is, but McMinnville, Warren County area, I always think of that as the place where East Tennessee begins, because that's where you start to see some amazing landscape, which brings me to this. You did a video at it. It looked like it was Rock Island State Park.
Yes,
the other
it
day.
was.
You and Travis Humphrey, and Travis is a Facebook friend. I don't know Travis personally.
I know Travis. Travis is awesome. Love it.
Yeah,
It's
look Travis Humphrey up on Facebook. He is a talented musician and a great songwriter. And
yes, he is.
Yeah, give him some love on Facebook.
Well, that was, you know, in Warren County, you got the Rock Island State Park, a beautiful place. What was the idea behind that? And then we'll get into a song. Who had the idea? What is the show called? You're going to do a video show, interview show?
Yeah, it's called Miranda's Tennessee Songwriter Show. And every week what I will do is I will get one musician, songwriter, singer, you know, anybody that does the above, then, you know, they can come on. I'll ask them, hey, do you want to be a part of this? You know, and if they say yes, then I'm more than willing to give them a shot. And but what it's all about is it's to show people, like, you know, the people that basically just listen to the radio songs, they have no idea about independent artists. And how many more, you know, artists are missing out that are independent that just don't have the money or just have anybody backing them to get on the radio. So it's a lot different. Like, but the main thing of the show is to show how much talent there really is beneath the surface.
Yes, and that was, you know, I was around for the genesis, the beginning of WFMCJams.com, but Mark Irish, who's right here beside me, producer Brian, and Jason, yeah, we're all around for the, well, I know Mark and you were, but it was to highlight all of these artists that are around here. This is a rich area and talent scene, and it's not like you already know this.
I noticed it immediately.
She learned that really quick because she came to McMinnville. I mean, come on.
McMusicville.
McMusicville is our new name.
We'll have to kick off with a song, and we're going to continue this discussion. Miss Miranda Miller's here.
Well, I'm going to do a fun one first, and then I'll do a sad one, but here we go. This one is called Untamed. You might have heard it, but it's a real country tune.
I love this one.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I can catch a fish and drive your truck, drink my blackjack, but not too much. I'm kinda handy with a 30-06, real down home and I rarely miss. Just a country girl at home in the sticks, whittling willows down by the creek. Deep within me ain't never gonna change. Pure-blooded wildflower can't be tamed. Got that old tractor to mow the lawn, send my man to work at the crack of dawn. Yes, I might stumble, but I won't fall down. Doing it my way, hold my ground. Just a country girl at home in the sticks, whittling willows down by the creek. I'm real country and I'm never gonna change. Pure-blooded wildflower can't be tamed. Not much difference from me and the boys, 'cause we're all playing with the same old toys. Just a country girl at home in the sticks, whittled and willows down by the creek. I'm pure country and I'm never gonna change. Pure-blooded wildflower can't be tamed. Pure-blooded wildflower won't be tamed.
Oh, yeah. Miranda Miller, Nashville Night. Oh, I love that. I love it. Gosh, there's all kinds of
Thank you.
with it, chord changes in that song. You can tell I'm a real songwriter, right? You know, thingamajigs in that song, but modulations and everything. That was awesome.
I
Original?
love that song
Oh, my
so
gosh.
much. Yeah, no, like the first time I ever heard you perform that song, I was just like, oh my God, she wrote that for me. For Kindred Spirits.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I am that same girl as well. You know, I used to have a 22-acre farm by myself, just me and my girls, had my first garden, doing the whole thing. And when I was living that life that I miss so bad and can't wait to get back to, that's the kind of stuff. Like, I would just crank up music out in my garage as loud as I could when I was out working in the yard. And those are the type of songs, you know, that I wanted to hear at that time. So it's just an amazing song. It's really
Thank
great.
you.
Being a powerful, strong woman, and the whole line about me and the boys playing with the same toys. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Playing
yes.
with the.
that is so awesome. I love it.
Andy Barton.
I think the pure-blooded wildflower that can't be tamed. You know, that kind of says it all. You know, it's rugged.
Yeah.
You know, wildflowers.
Well, I
outdoors.
thank God for that
And-
one
and-
because He put that in my heart.
and country girls, that's how they roll. I mean, you know,
That's
It
right.
is. You don't know what they're
Yes,
running away
indeed.
from.
they're taught to use a gun. You know, I had an aunt. She could shoot a small pistol with accuracy.
Would
They're
she
taught-
shoot it at you?
No, but I want to tell you,
And we
though,
can also cook biscuits.
There you go.
girls
Song
raised in
idea.
the South, they know how to take care of themselves when necessary, and they're strong. You
And
know.
country's a mindset too. Anyway,
Yes,
you know,
it
gosh,
is.
Lord knows Northern Nevada's got a lot of country, don't it?
Oh yeah,
It's
there's
country for
actually
days.
it's a lot of ranches and mines, gold mines of all things, and it's either you're either a farmer or a cowboy, a real cowboy. They're actually out there herding the cows. They're actually out there with cowboy hats. Just they're the real deal. And the miners, like pretty much 80% of everybody in that town works at the mine.
Now you came from a rugged terrain out there where the actual environment itself, as far as the climate goes, is real arid. You know, it's a dry heat.
It's the high desert, and
The
so
high
it's
desert,
real
yes.
dry. It was a big change for me when I was traveling the country to come from where it's so dry to go to Oregon, where I lived for a couple of years, and the coast, which is completely the opposite of Nevada.
Complete rain all
And
the
then-
time.
All the time, all the
Yes.
time. That is what I got sick of in Oregon was, man, I can't handle all this rain. I love the rain, don't get me wrong. But when it's every single day and you never see the sunshine, that's when you're like, did I make the right choice coming here? No, this isn't what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be over in Tennessee.
You can
See,
rush
there
through.
you go.
Exactly.
And that's why grunge was born in the Northwest because of the weather. I firmly believe that. I know
That
it sounds
is
crazy,
true.
but
That was
That's true.
I actually, that has been said. I saw that on documentaries of the whole
those
grunge
thingamajigs
Seattle
on
thing.
TV, yeah.
Yeah, those thingamajigs. Because there was a lot of time for people to be inside and they had nothing
Yeah,
left
like Kurt
to
Cobain.
do. Exactly. So what they did was created this whole music scene. So
Kurt
because that's all they
Cobain
had to
created
do.
it, kind of.
Created.
But I actually went over to his house when I was traveling. I traveled I know Oregon like the back of my hand. Let's just put it that way. But I went to his house that he grew up in, and that's in Aberdeen, but that's in Washington, so it's
yeah.
up a little bit. But everywhere that I could go, I went. Everywhere, all the way, to the Florida, to the Keys in Florida, all the way up that way. The only place I have never been, dun dun dun, is
Woodbury.
New York. I've
Oh, wow.
never been to New York, and we made the decision.
Understandable.
We made the decision to not go to New York when we were traveling because we didn't want like we were just so totally out of our element.
Yes.
And we just decided, you know what, we're just going to turn around right now. We're not even going to go do that.
Well, you could have seen Mr. Chris Cataldo. He's up in New York City, and we're broadcasting on heatfmradio.com. We got Miranda Miller here with us tonight on the Nashville Night Show. Y'all both said a word, Amanda and Miranda. Gosh, that could be a tongue twister.
Amanda and Miranda, we're twins.
Create. You've created a buzz. You're a name. I heard of you before. I met you on a few different people, and somebody I don't really remember who exactly, but I remember hearing your name. Mark Irish is here, the owner of the Family Music School, and Mark's been in many bands throughout the years. What is the importance of from any period in time, especially nowadays, but how important was it about it generating your own buzz in the bands you were in, and what were some of the ways y'all did?
Yeah, now I'm coming from the dark ages of music, but I think, yes, me and the T-Rexes were getting along. I think it was like if you listen to anything that was on our last show with Buzzy Orange, creating your own buzz. I mean, you got to get out there. I mean, you got to hit every venue. You got to talk to everybody, shake everybody's hand, play all the podunk dives. You're going to play bars you don't ever want to play in. I've had my share of things we thought were going to die when we showed up. We'll never make this one. They'll kill us. We did a biker bar in Iowa one time, and I ain't going to say the name of the city because I don't want them lynching me. But we literally showed up. We thought we were going to die. And when I asked the guy, because we were doing originals, I asked the guy that was in there, looked like one of the members of the Hells Angels. And I said, so what do you guys like to listen to? He goes, Skynyrd. I said, okay, what else do you guys like to listen to? We like a lot of Skynyrd. Okay, guys, all cover. Every Skynyrd, Molly Hatchet, whatever you can come up with tonight, we're going to do. So, but I think you got to shake every hand, hit every radio station. Back then, we had 45s or cassette tapes. You'd actually go to town, and if you had somebody that could go ahead of you, to throw off your cassette tapes in mailboxes or to DJs. Hey, listen, these guys are coming into town. We need a place to play. We didn't have internet and YouTube and cell phones and all that. You kind of had to footwork it. And I still think that today that's the best way to do it. Knock on doors, shake hands, look people eye to eye and say, here's my band, here's my artist.
Be a mover and a shaker.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. It don't matter if you're a single artist or a band. You got to get out there and you got to do it. I can tell you the way you won't make it. Just don't do nothing. Put your stuff on YouTube and hope the phone will ring.
Nothing's going to come knocking on your door.
It'll never
You have
happen.
to go out and find it if you want it.
If you listen to Buzzy on the first show, he was talking about one of his students, Carrie Underwood. At the age of 8, she was doing carnivals and sideshows and all kinds of stuff. By the time she was 8, she was already out there knocking on the door. She didn't just show up at American Idol to become the next American Idol winner. She has spent years working on her craft, meeting people, doing things in order to get to that way.
But there was persistence, and that was the one key thing I heard that he basically demonstrated with his own stories. He hung out behind the Opry, and as the artist came out, he was there waiting as a musician. I mean, he was waiting. In other words, as the opportunity presented itself, he was already prepared to step into it, and he had to keep, plugging away at it. And I noticed that about his personality. Any place he was looking for an angle or a way that was going to put him in a position to where he could grab an artist or he could present himself. But
Andy leads into
you have to keep doing that, if you want to make the connections that you need in order to go forward and actually spread your music out on a broader base.
You said angle, and that was leading right to the next question. When you and Mr. Miller, who's here tonight, got in town here, what was the first step of getting out? Because it seemed like everybody in McMinnville, you all know each other, and everybody knows you.
We're a family.
Yeah, how did that's very cool. It is like a family up there.
We really are.
How does that happen? What do you and the husband do when you first get to town?
The very first thing we did, and I'll let you know this. Okay. Well, actually, Robert Miller, my husband, I wasn't even with him when he did it, but he went into the Kroger grocery store and talked to a woman there and said, hey, do you know who I can get a hold of? Do you know a name, a number, anything? Who does music in this town? and she gave him, you know, a name and a number, and we called that number, and it turned out that was David Graham's number.
Wow.
Wow.
So I give it all
Go,
to
David.
right now, so
Yeah.
thank you, David Graham. It all started with you, and I know that, and I'll never forget that.
And don't forget, you can find David Graham's music at Songtown, USA, or Mactown in McMinnville. So don't forget David Graham there.
Well, David Graham, he can have his own show. We got Miranda Miller on here tonight.
Yeah, right.
The other Miranda.
But
We
that's what I was
we
gonna-
love David. Go
That's
ahead,
what I was
Miranda.
going to say about her, though. You're talking about all that promotions and stuff. I'm just telling you right now, I know because I live in McMinnville. She is an incredibly hard-working performer.
Yes.
Her husband, them together, I know he
Yes.
does a lot of it. I know she'll say that. But together, they are like absolutely everywhere.
A team.
And they are not leaving any stone unturned.
Well,
that is absolutely for sure.
And it's been recognized because you were nominated
Yes.
for an award. You just found out yesterday, right?
Yep.
Tell us about it.
So I was nominated for the Josie Music Awards, and it's getting to be a pretty big thing. I was nominated for Rising Star of the Year for Modern Country, and they're going to be holding it in September.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, thank you guys.
That deserves
Thank you.
applause.
Thank
Jason
you.
Adams is not clapping here.
Hey,
Got a phone in his
Yes, and what's exciting and what's happening here at WFMC Jams is she's not the only other artist that's been on our program that just got nominated this year as well. Mr. Jerry J. Thomas was now nominated.
Jerry,
well,
that's right.
congratulations,
Yes,
Jerry.
Nominated
Wow.
for Mel
This is
Mel
very,
Vocalist of the Year and also Traditional Country Artist of the Year.
very important to be on this show. Then
Yes,
that's
very
what
That's
the
right.
Olympic
Right here.
matters.
If you're not on the show, you're just not going to make it, guys.
Right. Can lead the
I just
nomination.
said it. Yes, it was Magnificent Amanda. Blame it on me, but you've got to be here or you're not
But
going
if
to make
you've ever
it.
heard of, the Nissan Stadium down in Nashville,
I
that's where
have.
they're going to be holding the event, and that's going to be in September. So, there's some time in between. And but yeah, that's where they're going to be holding it. And
Well,
it's going
awesome.
to be a pretty big venue, red carpet, everything.
Well, congratulations. See,
Yes.
the hard work pays off. And I love it. I love this microphone here. I can go like this. It just goes to the
It
right.
cracks
You know what?
it gives us a laugh, man.
Gravity
we
sucks
love
sometimes, doesn't it?
the floating microphones
oh my
that
gosh.
we have.
And I got
Great.
the one. Andy, you didn't stop me from getting this one before the show.
Hey, Mark didn't have any
Wanted to
trouble
watch
with
it
it.
over there.
Okay, there we
I never
go.
saw Mark chasing it down.
But congratulations, big time congratulations.
Thank you
That is
very,
awesome.
very much.
Oh gosh.
We need another song.
Yeah, we need another song. Wait, Andy's going.
I told her it's a ripple effect. What she has done so far, that's just a ripple, and that and a ripple will turn into a wave. And persistence pays off. I'm gonna leave it at that now.
There you go. Persistence pays off.
Don't
Do the
forget
ups and
us
downs.
little people.
I will never
because
forget it.
You're going to be there someday.
Right now, us little people want to hear another
Yes,
song
let's
because your
hear some of
voice
that
is
music.
fantastic. I love it.
Thank you. So this one is called Monday Morning Crazy, and the lyrics speak for themselves. So
The title's already speaking for itself. I
Yeah.
love this. Yeah.
I know what's coming and it's breaking my heart. Tail lights fading off in the dark. Motel promises linger when the lights are gone. You'll be lying to her while I'm lying awake. A lone Sunday, but I'll be okay. I'll be wrapped up in your memory all day long. Feeling no pain, but baby, come the dawn, I'll be Monday morning crazy, crazy going out of my mind, waiting for the weekend, baby. Feels like every day is Monday morning crazy, Monday morning crazy. This time I was thinking that I got it all right, but all I got were some weekend nights, living on passion that was built on broken faith. All the little lies I believed, I'm stronger now, least I like to be. take this pain away. Even though I know this heart will go insane, I'll be Monday morning crazy, crazy going out of my mind. I can't take another weekend, baby. Feels like every day is Monday morning crazy, Monday morning crazy. Tomorrow night is Saturday. I've got the courage, I'm gonna say, this time I'll be driving away from you. Still, I hope you never feel what I've been through, what I've been through. Monday morning crazy, crazy going out of my mind, waiting for the weekend, baby. Feels like every day is Monday morning crazy, crazy.
We're in the middle of Nashville night. Oh, I love that. My gosh.
Thank you.
Maybe. Now, do you usually ride alone? I know you've been riding with David and some other people, but
I'm trying to collab as much as I can.
now with the collaboration, is it a whole new world, or is that more of a Nashville or Tennessee thing? Because I hear that a lot when people come here, that the collaboration's something they never really did, no matter where they're from, from coast to coast. So, how has the collaboration thing been for you?
It is, well, before I never really collabed with anybody. I always really stuck to myself, and how I all started this all out was poetry. I had been published a couple of times in some poetry books and everything, and that led to one thing led to the next, and everybody's always told me I could sing,
Well, they're
friends
right,
growing
darn it.
up and stuff, they're like, oh, you can sing. I'm like, oh, I can? Okay. But, yeah, that's where it all started, was the poetry, and but everything is coming together now finally, and just that song right there, I want to sing songs that are going to be everlasting, that aren't going to be here, here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
I want to do the songs that are, going to be around in 20 years.
That includes, that means reaching down for universal subjects that probably don't include the phrase "Hey girl" in them, like a lot of the other songs do today. But yeah, so it is for you. Do you reach for the titles? It has to be something really good before you'll even
What
think
I
about
really go
writing it.
for first is the hook. I go for the hook first, and that's what I learned. I've learned so much more. I was blind as a bat when I came here. When it came to writing songs, I didn't know anything, and I thought I did, but then I realized, hey, I don't really know what I'm doing here.
We all go through that. We think we know, then we say, oh gosh, just after a while. And the great thing about around here is there's so many, song singers and songwriters. You cannot help but let it sink in. You can't. There's no way you can be around it and not have it sink in, like Andy here.
So speaking of the hooks in your songwriting, is there any particular artist that you've kind of like drawn off of as far as their style of writing that as you're writing now?
I
Or
don't think so. I just
open-ended?
Open-ended.
Okay.
I do my own thing. I don't. I really try to not sound like anybody, not copy anybody, do my own thing, be myself, and it's been working better for me. I used to do more covers, which is really what got me started, was doing covers online, and I've pretty much graduated, and I'm writing my own songs. I'm collabing with, really talented writers, and if it wasn't for those writers, helping me along, and for every little person that's supporting me, nothing would ever happen. It takes a support group, and you can't do anything by yourself.
What is the most pleasant thing about collaboration? Great question, by the way, about collaboration. I know for me, it was a collaborator and a co-writer can think of a whole different avenue of a song that I never would think of. Have you been pleasantly surprised with collaboration in that aspect or any other?
definitely. Just, yeah, if I can't come up with something or everything, what I write down or what I'm starting to sing just doesn't really go with what we're doing, it's always better to have, more than one brain. It's just true. And I don't condone people that write songs by themselves because you can do that, but I prefer to write my songs with other people.
Yeah. So you've got the collaboration bug.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've witnessed that before, Randy. Before with a song she does. At first, we start with the line,
You had to go
"Thanks to
there,
Sweet
didn't
Tea." T. Ramirez. It was amazing, and then
Thanks, Andy.
all of a sudden, you have she does, but then all of a sudden everybody's thinking, no, wait, we need to go this direction. How that one line actually just went a completely
And we went in
different
an
direction.
unforgettable direction. No, I
And
do
then the
love that.
melody, of course, in the melody.
Well, I
come
do
after
like
that.
this song. Don't
But
get me
yeah,
wrong. Don't get me wrong.
but it's interesting, because the melody can even come after that, But as you're working together, that's where you have different gifts that are there that each artist has
That's
that
right.
they can add to it. I mean,
Yeah.
what would the Eagles be if Don Felder had not joined in too later?
I have a call.
Do we have a call on the line?
Yeah, they
It's gonna-
should be on
Toot,
in
toot.
a few seconds.
All right. What would the Eagles be? They would be like the eagle, wouldn't they?
The Eagle.
Yeah, yeah, the
See,
eaglet. They would be that.
Singular
Yeah.
eagle.
Yeah, so they would be that. So, oh gosh, okay, real quickly before the phone caller clicks in, if they do, you talked about playing covers at the beginning of this. Who was there any one artist or band that you would
All the
play
old
more?
school, all the old school traditional, Tammy Wynette, Tanya
Oh.
Tucker, okay.
Hey, you are on the air with Miranda Miller on the Nashville Night Show. Who's calling?
Hi, boys and girls. This is Paul.
Oh,
Well,
Hi,
hello,
Paul.
Mr. Paul.
Paul.
It's Mr. Paul's neighborhood. Hello, boys and girls. Hey, no, gosh, that didn't sound right, didn't it? What's going on, brother?
Well, I got tied up helping a neighbor doing some stuff, and so I couldn't make it out there tonight, but I figured at least my voice could make it.
Let me ask you, is this the same neighbor we wrote Sip Sip about?
Sip, sippity, sip.
No, it is not.
Okay. Well, I would hope that, after that brush with death that you may not ever go there again. But, well, we certainly do miss you, man.
Well, I miss y'all, too, and...
Two-thirds of us miss you,
I'll
okay?
tell you what, Randy, I wish I was there to give you a great big hug.
Well, I'll hug Andy. I'll let Andy hug me. Okay? Come here, Andy. Come here. All right, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not the same.
No.
It's not, but, hey, it'll do for now.
For one thing, I'm very much better looking than Andy.
For Andy and Randy, you are, man. We love you. Hey, let me ask you something. Now you're a great networker, too. You're familiar with Miss Miranda Miller, aren't you?
I am, and I've offered her a song, and they did not get a chance to ever listen to it.
So
So if you get the chance, play them Paradise.
Yeah, so no pressure here.
Oh, no,
Okay,
no.
pressure here.
Paul,
You
I
weren't
will
put on the
definitely
spot.
listen to it. I've been really busy the past week, like crazy busy, more busy than I've ever been in my whole life. But we will listen to that tonight. I give you my guarantee on that,
Well-
and we will get back to you on
Well,
that.
no,
I haven't
to
even
my
heard
knowledge,
this demo.
we haven't recorded it and sent it to you.
Oh, that's why we haven't
I
heard
was
it.
hoping you guys were there at Collins River when I played it, and you had left before I had a chance.
Oh, I
But
apologize.
Randy was a co-writer, and so was Jason. So if he can play it for you before you all leave.
I'll have to find it, but gosh, I was thinking I haven't heard a demo on this, and yeah.
No.
Well, all right. Well, we definitely will. Well, we hope you'll come join us again here. We've missed you, man.
His name just changed to
Oh, well,
Pitchin'
I missed
Paul.
y'all too.
What his name changed to?
Pitchin' Paul.
Pitch and Paul.
Yeah.
Bud and Paul.
From Bud and Paul to Pitchin' Paul.
Now, let me ask you, Paul, since Miranda's here right now. Where were you at when you first saw her? Was it on the show, the preview show for the Folk Fest here a few weeks ago, or was it at Collins River? And when you first saw her, what was your thoughts?
Let's see.
Okay.
It would have been Collins River. It was at Collins River. and I did not get a chance to hear her, but David introduced us. There's like a 10-second delay. Well, no, a 3-second delay from what I say to what I hear in the phone.
You shouldn't be listening to yourself while
there
you're
is,
talking.
but you're coming through clear here. But when you do call in, there still is that horrible echo, and it kind of precludes. But that issue will be okay down the line.
So
here.
anyway,
But,
the bottom line is
it just screws me up. I'll just take the phone away from my ears and I won't worry about it.
And now we can't hear you. Like I said, this was going to be a fun night. Starting 39 minutes late was just the beginning.
Hey, Paul. So I just want you to know that I am very, very excited to hear the song that you're talking about. I can't wait to hear it. So get it sent over Paradise, or I will listen to it if he can find it.
And I am very excited to share the stage with you at the car show here on, what is that, June 3rd, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
We'll just figure out how that works and not worry about all of the details.
Thank you, Promoter Paul.
Yeah, so June the 3rd, you guys are playing together, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then before that, you and I are playing together at Jim Oliver's Smokehouse this Friday night, the 26th.
As was advertised at
Hands up.
Okay, now we can't hear you.
Yeah, is he using what's that called? I'm sorry, I'm not a musician.
Technology.
The talk box.
That thingamajigger. Are you using that thing?
That thing.
I don't know.
Whatchamajiggy, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about back there.
Okay. Well, man, we love you. Glad to hear from you. And I'll try to dig up. I don't even know if I have a good work tape on that song, but if not, we'll definitely get it to her.
I can't wait to hear it.
Because we may not know where you live, but we know somebody who would know somebody who knows.
Guitar and play it.
I'd have to brush up on it, but I remember the hook. I love that song.
It will be done.
Exactly. I love that. So
yeah, that's it.
She wants to cut it. It's already on hold now. We love you, man. Glad to hear from you, and definitely will. Definitely will. I may have some kind of work tape on there. But we love you, brother, and looking forward to Friday night and the car show on June the 3rd.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited for it.
Fun.
Absolutely. Well, you all have a great time without me out there, and be kind to each other.
I don't think that's possible to have a great time without you, man, but we'll give it the best shot ever.
We
love you, bro. Paul Cicero, ladies and gentlemen.
God bless you all. Talk to you later.
God bless you. All right.
So anyway, that kind of follows up the whole thing we were talking about, the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There we go.
It sure does.
Yes, it really is.
Definitely. Well, we got a few check-ins here on the video, so they're listening to me. Andrea Hallman up in Ohio. She's a loyal listener. Sinia Quinta dos Santos down in Brazil. She's listening in Brazil. Michael McCarty out in Texas. Mr. Dean Barron up in Clarks Vegas, Tennessee. We love you, Dean. Philip Holland, I love that guy. That's a Mac Vegas dude, isn't it? Gosh, we love. Well, he commented on the video, so I'm pretty sure.
We love you, Phil, if you're still listening.
James Taylor. Oh, yes, James and Jamie.
James Taylor?
Yeah, well, the James Taylor used to come watch the show every week at the Last Chance. Bill Walensky. We love you, Bill. Matthew Snare. Matthew's an actor. I told you he's the one that plays the sexy detective on some of these crime shows. So.
I don't watch television. Sorry about that.
You're not missing too much unless you're not watching Breaking Bad, or unless you're watching. Mr. Pez is listening. Misty McDonald down in Alabama. Travis Humphrey, we just brought him up. Mr. Brian Carroll, fine Christian country artist.
Hey, Travis.
Love Brian. Von DeKay Burris up in Ohio. Mr. Larry Scroggs, a veteran of the show.
Larry,
yeah, we love you, Larry. So everybody, thanks for listening. We got Miranda Miller on the line, in here.
Not on the line.
She's in
here.
house. Paul Cicero is on the line. But all right, another song. Who votes for that?
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes,
more music. Let's go.
So this next one, is it was actually written back in the '60s, but I changed a couple of things in it. Robert's stepmom wrote it when she was 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
And she actually did her thing when she was younger and traveled across the country, did the singing thing, the performing thing, and but it's called Beating Heart. stop, hear the beating of my heart. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't tear it apart. Another girl before me broke your heart in two. Now I guess you think the same of me too. But I love you, baby, and I won't make you blue. No, won't stop. Hear the beating of my heart. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't tear it apart. No, no, not my heart. When you get the urge to roam, please, baby, come back home. I will sit alone by my telephone, 'cause I love you, baby, and I won't leave you alone. Stop, hear the beating of my heart. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't tear it apart. No, not my heart. Another girl before me broke your heart in two. Now I guess you think the same of me too. But I love you, baby, and I won't make you blue. No, won't stop. Stop, hear the beating of my heart. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't tear it apart.
Never.
No.
Miranda Miller, Nashville Night. I love it. Gosh.
Thank you.
I hear a little jewel in there, but like you're saying, it's all it is it's fragments. It's an original sound. I love this now. You got a new single out. Talk about
Yes,
that.
sir. So, Doing It Right, and it was written by, well, somebody wrote this song for me. Well, actually, they didn't write it for me. I just found it in some of their songs. It was sitting up on the shelf collecting dust, and I was like, hey, that one's pretty cool. And he's like, hey, you can do this one. But this man, Kurt, he has actually written a couple of other songs that are going to be on my EP, which is going to be coming up here. And I'm not exactly sure. I'm not going to give you a date on it. But it'll be coming up in the next couple of months. And I just want to get my name out there as much as I can before I drop my whole EP. So what I'm going to do is do 2 singles. I just dropped Doing It Right last month. And you can find that on iTunes, Amazon, and yeah. But
Miranda Miller, iTunes, look it up. Doing It Right.
Doing
I love
It Right.
It's got a kind
doing
of
it
a,
with an N. Don't put the G on there because it's country, so it's
That's
Doing
right.
It Right.
It is Doing It Right.
Yeah.
I love it. And it kind of reminds me of a modern Tanya Tucker type of vibe, which is the side of, oh gosh, it's not the outlaw, but it's the side of the tough woman singing and music that's kind of been ignored here lately. and
Yeah.
for you to shine a light on that again, it's really cool.
Well,
really
thank
cool.
you.
So
That's what I was
check
going
it
for
out.
with that one.
Oh, it was awesome. It's very awesome. So you are working, you're writing for the EP, and
Yes.
it's hard to get that narrowed down on songs, isn't it?
It's so hard to make sure, because you want to please everybody, and especially when you're writing with a lot of people, it's like, people will just send me songs out of nowhere, and they'll be like, can you sing this one for me? Can you do this one for me? And it's been getting a little bit overwhelming just with the, not with the people that are in my circle, but people online, that I actually haven't met in person, but they are just sending me their songs and like, hey, can you do this one? Can you do this one? And, it's getting overwhelming, but the people that, I'm close to, that I'm actually writing songs with, that's the hardest decision to, because you want to make sure it's the right song, that people want to hear, and, but you love every song, so it's so hard to be like, this one, and this one are going to be going on the EP, so that's, a little bit of the problem I've been coming across with trying to figure out exactly what songs I want to do.
Well, as not being an artist myself, but a songwriter, I don't know the answer to this through and through. But since you got the EP, you're recording that, you have a general direction of what kind of songs you want. And are these first 2 singles going to be a good indicator of what's to come on that?
Well, yes, they are, because it's going to be, I want the first actual album, that people can get, not just a single, because that's the only thing that's really that professional is my debut single, Doing It Right. I recorded it down in Nashville, and, I had a blast doing it, and the session players were just so amazing. I was like, oh my goodness, you guys can do anything. And
They are amazing,
I
yeah.
had never done any work with session players before, and I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I was just like, wow. They can just, it's so amazing.
You just wait, and when you're recording some of your songs, if they hear the work tape, they're going to have it, and they're going to have it within minutes, if that much. They'll have the entire song down.
I
And you will be
know.
amazed if you haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, okay. Like, they worked on it. I mean, I don't want to give an exact time frame or anything, but they didn't work on it for long.
Yeah.
And it sounded so much better than I'd ever heard the song sound. And but thank you again, Kurt. Let's get together some more if you're listening right now, and let's write some more songs together. But another one of Kurt's songs is definitely 100% going to be on the EP, and it's called Chasing Dreams.
Yeah.
And we wrote it together, but he did a big portion of it, and I told him my story, and he wrote it for me, and it's amazing, and it's about chasing the dream.
Yeah.
Chasing the dream, chasing the dream. It's really good. It's a slower
Love
pace,
it.
old school, traditional kind of thing.
Yes. My gosh. I could hear you talked about Tammy Wynette a while ago.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a favorite Tammy Wynette song? Because you could easily, and again, this is oh gosh, this is a respectful, put in a respectful way here. Not that you'll rip off at all, but I could hear the Tammy Wynette with a modern twist on some of your lyrics and everything. Do you have a
That's
favorite?
one I've never heard before.
Oh gosh, do you have a Tammy Wynette song?
I do, and I actually covered this. You can, find it on all of my social media outlets. But "Divorce" by Tammy Wynette.
Divorce. I'm
My
not
mother
familiar
does
with
that
it.
on karaoke.
Yes, I love that song, and it just you can hear, feel, sense all of the emotions in it. Through the music and her voice, and
Oh, gosh,
and
yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's hard to pick one. But if I
Yeah.
had to,
I'll-
it would be that one.
That is
So
that is one, and I lived that song before. I learned to love it.
It goes back.
Divorces. Go ahead.
It goes
Andy.
back exactly what she said earlier. Songs that actually last are those that may not be popular or trending, but it's what the artist is trying to actually say at that time when some people don't really want to hear that. Those are the songs that really they do last.
Yeah,
because
everything
you're capturing culture, you're capturing issues that people are trying to stray away from at a certain moment.
And they go through in different.
And by the way you're going with your art, I think that's great because you're gonna find a moment where you're gonna find something and you're gonna be able to take it in and write it right then and be able to express it.
That's right.
Because if you stay with just one angle all the time as far as your style of music, you're cutting yourself off sometimes from other things and actually being able to explore yourself too.
Amen. Awesome, Andy. Hey, producer Brian, do we have the commercials? Do we need to take the top of the hour break this week, or is that still not up and running?
No, we'll just keep going.
We're going to keep going. Wow.
That's cool too.
We can go ahead.
Well, we'll do the
More
station
music.
ID. You're listening to Miranda Miller, the Nashville Night Show on WFMCJams.com. I think we're still on HeatFMRadio.com.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't talked to Mr. Chris in a while. We are.
How about
and on Nashville Songwriters Radio Network. Go, Andy.
How about also, not to interrupt, I apologize.
No, you're all right.
Let's talk about those passes that are being given away here on
Now, are we
WFMC
talking
Jams.
about that? Is that Brian?
We
do you
are talking
know?
about
Yes,
that.
we are.
Was that earlier, or is that all night tonight?
No, that's
It's
tonight.
every day of the week.
Every day of the
right?
week.
At 7
Or is
o'clock,
it
are
just
we doing
Monday
that?
through Friday?
Go ahead, Andy.
I could be
You got
wrong.
it down.
Well, actually, right now, WFMC Jams, you can have the opportunity to actually win 2 passes for 2 people the whole weekend at Bonnaroo here in Manchester, Tennessee,
And parking passes.
and parking passes as well. All you have to do is listen in Monday through Friday, and at 7 o'clock there will be a particular song that will be played, and that will be your cue to call in at that moment. When you do, you're going to be eligible. There will be a drawing at a later point as far as who will receive the actual passes. But if you'll just call at 845-584-1067, you've got an opportunity of a lifetime to actually come and hear the music of U2,
You too.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers, The Weeknd. It's going to be a big festival again right down here in Manchester, Tennessee, Bonnaroo.
And we
Like I
know
said,
that you know what Bonnaroo
Oh.
is because I actually worked there in 2004, and I met people from Japan, I met people from Australia, I met people from all over the
And
world.
didn't you like get in a fight with Eminem or something?
No,
I'm just
Eminem-
making that up, gosh.
No, the reason that I was there, I'll tell you the truth. I actually got a job that year to do the parking. And the only reason that I really wanted to be there is because I had to see Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Had to see Bob Dylan. So that was the year that he was there. He was one of the headliners, and it was absolutely, that was amazing.
So it was Bob Dylan you got into it with. I just had the artist wrong.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I would never get into it with Bob Dylan. I don't care what he says. He's
No.
right.
Yeah.
He's right. It's Bob
No.
Dylan.
Bob Dylan. No, that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
really
but I
awesome.
did get to see Dave Matthews Band. Well,
Yes.
no, I'm sorry. It was not.
You mean
Dave Matthews
Kanye
Band.
West?
No, it was way before all that stuff.
Okay, go
this
ahead.
is back in
I
the
get
day,
the two confused.
man.
Yeah.
This is back in the day. No, it was not Dave Matthews Band. It was Dave Matthews and Friends.
Yeah.
And that was the very first time that I ever actually got to see him. And I was already a fan, but all I knew was radio stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That performance changed my view forever.
I was
That
there as
man-
well.
That man is miraculous.
Oh, they
but
do.
anyway, so we know that you know what Bonnaroo is, no matter where in the world you are. So
Well,
yeah,
I
want to come. You know you do.
Yeah, that's right. And Andy, what's the number they can call? One more time. Then I got to ask a favor of you two.
Oh,
Eight, four,
just no.
You two, not the band you two. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Andy, really quick.
The number is 845-584-1067.
One more time.
845-584-1067.
Okay, I want y'all to do this for me. I was trying to think of some U2 song we could sing, but I can't.
Okay.
My mind's going blank, but I want to go. I don't ever want to feel like I did that. Y'all were supposed to sing this.
I don't
one.
ever wanna feel.
There you go.
Oh, now you're talking about Red Hot Chili
like I
Peppers.
did
not
back
you
then.
too.
That's not you too. That's
I know.
Red Hot
I
Chili
was
That's
trying to,
Peppers.
Red
I
Hot
was trying to
Chili
think of some inspiring U2 song, but all I
But
could
that
think was
wasn't
the
U2.
I
depressing
know.
Red Hot
You threw
Chili
us
Peppers
off.
song. Okay. Well, okay. Give me. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to. Early morning, April 4th. Stop ringing out the members. Okay.
I can't live without you. Yeah. With or
Where
without
the
you.
streets have no names.
Yeah.
Now I don't know any Chance the Rapper
I'm
or the
missing all
Weeknd
my
song.
chances here. I'm sorry.
Hit us with one. Pick one. Come on.
Voice. I still can't sing. I'm still fighting for my voice
I
back.
can't sing either.
Oh, you're so
What is it?
funny.
What is it? But I still haven't found.
Oh no, I was still singing that Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Keep going. Keep going. Which one is that? That's the
I don't ever wanna feel like I did back then. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel. Yeah.
There you go. Miranda got it out of y'all. Gosh, Brian's probably having a cow over there because he's going to have to log this stuff for the PRO. I'm
I would
sorry.
like to sing along.
It's all good.
Do what now? Oh, you were singing along. Okay.
Yeah, I was singing along.
I was hoping this wasn't messing up the licensing of the show and stuff, but actually didn't even think about that. But see, that's what I wanted everybody to sing. I couldn't pull it off, Chuck Frederick, but Miranda got it. Chuck Frederick's in the house. How you doing, buddy?
He's like, I am.
Everybody's frowning at me.
Forgot where I was.
Do I have toothpaste on my face or something? There you go. Good to see you, buddy.
Toothpaste on your
All right.
face.
Okay, Miranda Miller is our guest. We are running a little late. We started late, so we're going to go a little late. I hope the powers that be in the stations that are broadcast just do not mind.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I hope they don't. They said they don't, but
They
you've been
haven't told us yet that they do anyway.
fantastic. Now, you've been in McMinnville. How long you and Robert been there?
7-8 months now.
Okay, well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's even more amazing what you've done in 7 or 8 months because everybody knows you. Everybody, I hear about you. And you mentioned social media a while ago. You get a lot of songs pitched to you. I know we talked a little bit about this earlier, about the only 150,000 and everything. How did that come about? What has been done? If anybody out there is listening and wants to get on social media and use that, just like what Mark was talking about, shaking every hand, we can virtually in the cyber world shake everybody's hand, or a lot of hands, like we never could before. What was the beginning part? How did you build up all of those fans, 150,000, throughout the social networks?
Well, I started from zero, like everybody does when you start. And I just, I uploaded a couple of videos. And, really, this is a really important part of it. When people leave you comments, whether you know them, you don't know them, whether you agree with what they say, or, even if what they say is mean, leave them, you have to comment to their comments, which gets really hard because especially when you have 300 comments, you have to go through 300 times and be like, just comment every comment, and
Yes.
that starts everything. As you just have to, if they say, hey, that was great, or hey, that was a little pitchy, or anything, just give them something back, and they appreciate that. And do live videos. Live videos are definitely starting to be, one of the best things that you can do to get your name
Yes.
out there, because when you go live and people are your friend, notifications come on, hey, this person's live, and they will see you before when you're just uploading a video to YouTube or so on and so forth. So live videos, very, very important for musicians or really anybody, any establishment that is trying to get their name out there, not just musicians, but anything.
Well, what's fascinating, you just talked about the personal contact.
Yes.
Respond to their responses, good or bad.
Respond to them, and during the live videos, not just the comments, but you got to say hi to everybody. Not everybody, but you got to let them know that they're there.
See, I'm terrible about that because on our live videos, I don't know who was there till after that. But I got to remember that.
Yeah.
So,
I was kind of laughing over here because I'm going to try to watch my wording on this to not make it sound horrible. But when I first met Miranda, I was trying to share videos, and I couldn't share anything that they were sending me. And they had things kind of locked down because they were kind of worried about over promoting at the time. So they were kind of trying to hold back just a little bit. But that didn't last very long. So I just thought that was kind of funny because they were kind of concerned about that. But so that shows, like, before I actually met her, how hard they were hitting things.
Yes.
But then they, opened that back up to public.
Well,
so now she's everywhere again.
well, you bring up an interesting point. Is that a concern over promotion? Is that about a concern,
well,
or is there
definitely.
such thing?
Definitely. You do not want, you do want to shove your music down, their throats, but you don't really want to do that. At the same time, you have to find a happy medium, you have to find a rhythm, and you just got to get it all together. It doesn't happen overnight, and it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot to do it, but it is very important for musicians, or whether you're a church or you're a gas station or you're a new business starting out, mom and pop's gas station, whatever, to get more people coming in your doors, more people seeing you. Social media is nowadays number one.
It's fascinating what you and Robert's done with that. What is your most? Do you have a favorite form of social media that you get in touch with anybody? Not that you're bad-mouthing the others, but one that's just the supreme way to connect with people.
My main one, the one I use the most, is Facebook. But I wouldn't get near the traffic if I didn't have all social media bases covered. You don't want to just have, I just have Facebook. Like, I'll come in contact with people that, well, do you have an Instagram? No, I only do Tumblr. I only do this. You need to be everywhere if you want everybody to see
Well,
it.
I only do Tinder.
Tinder.
Or was I?
I don't know what any of that stuff is,
that.
to be honest with you.
No, I didn't do Tinder. Jamie's going to hear that, and I'm going to be locked out of the house tonight. I meant Tumblr. No, I don't. But that is, I've heard about Instagram, and I admit I'm only a Facebook person right now. That's something I'm fascinated with, and you and Robert have done great with that, and that's why I ask about it so much.
Yeah, it's helped us. It's taught us a lot of things, and we'll be using it. You have to utilize the tools that are put in front of you. So that's what we're doing. We're utilizing the tools that have been placed in front of us, and we just have to use them to the best of our abilities, and that's what we're trying to do right now.
It's the best and the worst time ever to be an independent artist. The best time and the worst time maybe in the fact that royalties and stuff aren't what they used to be. The best time that we can do more ourselves than ever before, as a songwriter or an artist. And more check-ins here. Mr. David Watson had a birthday yesterday. Hello, David.
David Watson.
My cousin out in Texas, Miss Darlene Bailey Sanchez. Love you, cuz. Thanks for listening. And right now we got Miss Miranda Miller on the wait. Seth Boyd commented.
Seth Boyd. Is Seth listening?
Hey, Seth.
This goes to you. Paul doesn't know how to hook his computer up to the internet.
Oh.
Not only that, but Paul thinks the internet is sorcery.
Wah, wah, wah.
And he said, "Where's my shout out?" Well, you just got it. Seth Boyd.
We love you, Seth.
Got three
He's
in.
a hardworking
Yeah.
guy. As well.
Yeah, we're supposed to. Me and Seth
Yeah,
are
he
supposed
really
to be
is.
getting together and doing a little something here in the coming days. But,
Awesome.
Yeah, can't wait to do that.
Yeah, he's
That'll be
really
fun.
good. Hey, I just wanted to say really quick, I met these two really adorable people outside, like officially, a few minutes ago, named Hawk. Do you know a little boy?
I've never heard of him.
Do you know a
Yeah,
gentleman
Hawk, yeah.
named Hawk?
Hawk, like the bird, like
the bird.
oh my gosh,
Like, Hawk, Hawk.
Hawk.
Caw.
Oh, you're talking about my son.
I'm talking about your
Gotcha.
son.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah.
And, I'm going to say her name wrong. Is it
Layla Bell.
Layla Bell?
I love that.
I'm like battling between Layla or Leela. I couldn't. Okay, yeah, Layla Bell.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got a 4-year-old little boy named Hawk.
They're
and
so
a 2-year-old little girl named Layla Bell.
I love that.
They're
I've never heard.
outside
Those are true.
with us tonight, just hanging out.
Well, now the names are
Absolutely
truly
adorable.
original names.
Yeah.
Where did that come
They're
from?
great.
Exactly what you just said. We didn't want, when they're older and everything, when they're meeting people and saying, hey, my name is, we didn't want it to be a name that everybody has,
I
and
love
so
that.
they would remember them. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And that's also a big reason why we're here chasing this dream is for those little kids. So
Always.
we want to show them, hey,
Always.
you can do whatever you put your mind to. It just takes a lot of heart, soul, and dedication.
Oh,
and
yes.
and hopefully, when we look back in 20 years, 30 years from now, they'll be into music, and that's what I'm really hoping for those kids.
Oh, me too. I found this because I saw. Oh my gosh! I just went. Robert put up
Found
something
it and
really
lost it.
cool
Did he?
last week or yesterday, I think, or
Good
a few
job,
days ago.
Randy.
Well, my phone is still acting screwy. I've lost it. But about that, every time you sing, one of your kids think that you're singing at Folk Fest.
I know.
Now
I
talk
know
about
that
that,
story.
then that I've lost
he
it.
told Me.
'Cause,
I
Yeah.
that
love
was
it.
the first time they had ever actually seen me perform because we always get a babysitter, and he begged and begged, can I come see you sing, please? And
cute.
I said, you know what? And I'm like, you got to do this, you got to do that. If you want to come to the Folk Fest and watch me sing, you got to be a good boy. I kept using it to my advantage.
Don't blame you.
But now that he watched me up there and he had so much fun and it was outside and everything was so fun for him, every time I go to sing anywhere, it doesn't matter where. Are you going to Folk Fest? Let's go to Folk Fest.
See,
I
you've
love
got a fan,
it.
Amanda.
I know.
Amanda, yeah.
I've got to like pay him somehow
See, you
or
got
something. He's
fan.
like
He's a
little
good promoter for it, yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Everybody
I
of all
love
ages.
That.
That-
That is
that- I,
so
I thought that
cool.
was a great story too.
It is.
All right,
It's great.
let's get to another song, and then we'll talk more about because I think the family aspect lends to more real, relatable and songs and songwriting. We'll go into that after this song. What you going to play for us?
Framed Memories, which is a 100% original song. This was written less than a month ago. Thank you for the pretty pictures hanging on my wall. Sweet memories of things I wouldn't recall. Black and white photographs of moments lost in time. Back then, having fun never cost a dime. Oh, 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 oh. Sometimes you wanna fly away, get lost in a picture from yesterday. Captured innocence from the past, dust to dust, ash to ash. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Remind me. Framed memories, all of those old Polaroids of Grandpa making homemade wine. When I look inside that book, it's there his face I'll find. Like that one of Mom and Daddy kissing in the summer sun. Oh, 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 oh. In their eyes you can see the love. In their eyes you can see the love. Sometimes you wanna fly away, you're lost in a picture from yesterday. Captured innocence from the past, dust to dust, ash to ash. Oh, 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 oh. Remind me. Framed memories, all I know is that I thank you, Lord. Leather bound, tattered and torn, holds our cherished memories from the years before. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. One more time. Sometimes you wanna fly away, get lost in a picture from yesterday. Captured innocence from the past, dust to dust, ash to ash. Oh, 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 oh. Remind me. Framed memories.
Oh, wow. I love it, Miranda Miller, Nashville Night. That's awesome.
Thank you, you guys.
Whoa.
I'm
Yeah.
glad to be here tonight.
Glad to have you here. We got about 15 more minutes. It always goes by too dang quick. Thanks
Yes,
for being
it does.
patient with us, too. We're getting on late. And thank you, Jason, for getting us on the air, man. You look tired over there.
He's my ride tonight, so I'm
Okay.
forcing him to stay here.
Well, we'll wake you up after the end of the show.
Bless his heart.
But you don't want to miss this, darn it. This is good. Miranda Miller's here, and you know, when you were singing, or right before we were talking about the kids and the husband and everything, we made a Tammy Wynette reference earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy was, you know, her and Loretta Lynn, that generation, they were women. They were women. They weren't just girls. They were women,
Yes.
and they had women lives and women issues, kids, husband, and everything. And you have both. And how does that lend to your songwriting and what you want to sing about?
Well, it helps me because, I mean, right now, really, like, there's a lot of cookie cutter singers, and, you know, they want them to all sound the same and do the same thing, look the same, be perfect and pretty, and the list goes on and on, but...
Like you, Jason.
But, you know, her songs and, you know, Tanya's songs and, you know, all those old school women, they really opened up my heart to, you know, I am a woman. I'm 27 years old. I've had 3 children. I've been married for 10 years. I'm a woman, you know, and so a lot of those girls that are, you know, starting off and stuff, they've never had a child. They've never, you know, traveled the country. They've never been married, you know, so it's a whole different ballgame, and that's why I think a lot of the younger ones do, you know, they don't write their own music because they don't have any life experience to be able to talk about anything. So the people that actually have life experiences like myself and, you know, all of the musicians that I've been working with, you know, they have a lot of experiences to be able to write their songs from, to grab those words and those memories and those moments to put them down on paper and make them into something beautiful.
Yes, and you do that well. You know, as evidenced with the first song you played, Amanda instantly gravitated toward it and said, hey, that's about me. And that is another area of music, which in my opinion, just my opinion about it, I think a lot of people share this, that's being ignored, that you have an opportunity to really connect with a lot of fans out there of music that are feeling ignored because there's been so many people in the industry that go for the quick buck and go for the cookie cutter song.
They go for the perfect smile.
Yes.
And they actually, what they do is they go for what's going to sell the most.
Exactly.
So, and right now, and this is just my opinion, so I'll just state that right away, but right now, it's so hard to explain without, you know, without somebody disagreeing with you, but
They always are. Don't worry
there
about
really
it.
is, you
There's
know.
always going to be
That's what
somebody
I'm always
that
worried about. I'm
That's
like,
right.
if I say this right now, am I going to ruin everything?
Well, you don't have to say it, but it's
No,
purely up
no.
to you, and you might be surprised that a lot of other people, you know, can relate to it.
Yeah, that's just what it seems like to me. You know, they want to make as much money, and right now the younger people are that's who they're making the songs for, because
Yes.
they are the ones who are going on iTunes and buying the music.
Yes.
The people that are over 50 years old, which pretty much that's who listens to me, you know, because I do more traditional kind of stuff, and I am a woman, not a child. So it's a lot different, like, because I get all the analytics of everything from all my social media. So I know what age group, I know where they live, and I know the top 4 states where almost all my fans are.
Yeah.
And that would be Tennessee, Nevada, California, and Oregon.
Wow.
So, or not Oregon, I'm sorry, Texas. Cancel that, Oregon, sorry, but but yeah, I get to get all of the information, and it helps me a lot. But really, the young people are the ones that are going on iTunes, and they're the ones that are shaping the music. And you know, Nashville, they're just trying to give them what they want to hear.
That's
Exactly.
because they
you
don't
know
have
what?
bills that they're having to pay themselves.
They don't
and
have
all
bills.
that
They don't
money
have
that's
baggage.
being-
Really, even if they're 18 years old,
Yeah.
how much experience do they have?
Right.
They want to be able to mold them into exactly what they want.
Yes.
And one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to be molded into anything that
That's
I'm
right.
not.
What happened?
Don't
And
ever-
one day they
don't
will,
ever.
you know, to their credit, one day they will become, they'll go through the same phases we went through. We were there once, now they're there, they'll be where we're at. But there's there's some people out there, that once you have that song that connects with them, you know, they will go buy it.
Yes.
It may be harder to get the 30s and the 40s and the 50s to go buy something, but if you get that one song that they hear that and they say, oh gosh, that's me, you're going to go buy it, aren't you, Amanda?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Andy Parton, what you got?
Well, in my opinion, I'll make it clear.
This is like that Seinfeld
This is
episode.
like-
It's
Not that there's
it's
anything
opinion
wrong
night,
with
so
that.
don't take this to heart, anybody that's listening.
This is just me.
country music was about sometimes really depressing things.
Absolutely.
And it was more than just that. It was about real life experience that hit you right where you were at the core. It was about moving you in that sense. It wasn't all about feel good things. You know,
Yes.
things are just feel good. They're just based off of of just a setting that moves you in a mood and you're happy all the time.
It's changed somewhere along the way.
It has changed. I really feel like country music needs to kind of go back in the direction of where it was, because all this stuff was built off of that. Of course, music itself evolves constantly. I still feel that essence of real country and what it was around the fact that a person like George Jones could sit there and write a song that was so raw that made you cry every time you listened to it. I mean,
we need music.
We need music, and that's where the real music was coming from. It was from that kind of writing, because what happens when everybody's trying to go in the one direction with, let's go out in the country and sit on a tailgate and drink a bunch of beer, and we're all just having a good time.
Which is great too.
Everything just
so
feels giddy and
it's good
good.
stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Come on, it's played out now.
Yeah,
it's okay, but it becomes cliche.
Right.
The reality is
that's what happened. It came.
When all of a sudden you'll hear Miranda Lambert, "The House That Built Me."
Oh God, that's one of my
Yeah.
When you're
all-time
talking
favorites.
about songs that will probably
Yes.
last,
All-time
Yes.
favorites.
that song floated around.
the Perry.
That's on
Yes.
my to-do
For
list.
7
I
years.
wanted to cover that song so bad.
That song floated around for 7 years before it got cut. There's room for all of it. I got a gut feeling there's room for all of this. And the good times in life need a soundtrack. Yes, they do. But what's being ignored is when people are down, they want to know. There's no better feeling than knowing that somebody else has been there before.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you hear those sad
Exactly.
songs, that's it. When you hear this, hey, I'm struggling, I'm tired, I worked all day, I've been trying this music thing, I'm doing with the kids, then somebody up pursuing their dreams and all that, they're going to hear that and say, gosh, I'm not the only one. I'm not
that's the
alone.
two
I love
things
this
that I
lady.
wanted to say before we get. I know we're running out of time. We're getting close, but yes, country music for one, like you said, it is about life experience, and we need songs more than ever to get us through those hard times.
That's why I'm here.
You know,
That's what I was
those-
going to say, yeah.
The good times are great. Yeah, let's rock on. We got plenty of that. I mean, not saying that we don't need more. We
Red
always do.
Solo cup.
But-
bum, bum,
I thought
bum.
Brian was
Yeah,
singing
so
that at
much.
first.
But it's those low times in our life when we are in desperate need, when we need something to carry us through, that we can grab a hold.
Yes, we need to know somebody else has been there.
And those words, yes, and
somebody
that
else is
is
there.
what that's the whole point of music of any. I don't care if it's country, rock, what it is.
Yes.
Blues. Good God, blues.
Yeah, oh, yes,
I mean,
exactly.
that's the whole point. So we do need that. And the other thing that I wanted to touch on before you go to your next song is your eyes. I haven't got to say that yet. I've meant to say that before. You have got, for anyone out there who's listening who hasn't actually seen any video footage of Miranda Miller, you really need to. You have got, like, the crazy, music-obsessed eyes that I'm saying that in the most positive, loving way I can possibly
We were both
say
agreeing
it.
on this.
Okay,
So we were talking about this earlier, and I'm sure you've heard this. Has anyone commented on this before?
The only comment I've got on my eyes, besides, you have beautiful eyes, which, all girls get, but is, oh, you stare right, you're staring right through me when I watch you sing.
There you go.
But that's it.
Well,
that's
that's because
know.
they didn't quite know what you were doing. I can understand them seeing it as that way, but no, when you were performing, you're not a performer. You're not a musician. You are the song.
Yes.
Period.
That's what I was going to say.
There is
The-
no
the way
you.
to put
That's
this.
There is
Yes.
no you.
That's
You
it.
are gone,
Yes.
sister. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
You're in
I love
it.
that.
Yeah.
That's what me and her was talking about.
Your eyes
And
sing the song too.
It is like, I see you, and it's like, oh my God, like, I can tell that you don't even really know what. It's not a subconscious. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna make this happen. No,
Right.
You
are the song.
Wow.
And it is
there.
amazing. It is amazing, and I mean that right there is anyone who ever sees you actually sing a song knows that you are really, truly who you are and what you're doing because of that look on
That
your
look,
face
yeah.
when you
Perfect
do it.
segue, by the way. If you want to see these eyes,
Yes.
where are you performing here soon?
So I'm actually getting I'm getting booked up to where the point like over 2 weeks like I do not know what I'm gonna do, but everything.
Robert takes care of all that for
Yeah,
her.
Robert takes care of the booking thing, and like every single day has been so busy, like everything's just gonna start getting crazy right now. So everywhere. Bars to, okay, and let me make this clear right now. So I don't have a real job. Robert doesn't. Like, we don't get paid for what we do yet. But people are asking, well, how does she make money? How do they, diaper their children? How do they do this and do that? Well, what I do, people, is
Tell us.
I play music to make money, and I busk. I'll go anywhere. I don't care.
Awesome.
And, sometimes the money's really good. Other times, most of the time it's really good. I'm not going to bull crap you around. Most of the time it's good money. And I'll just pull out my guitar case, and where there's a lot of people, and don't get me wrong, I get reprimanded for it. I get kicked out. I have to go through some stuff over it, but that is, I promised myself, the only way I'm going to make money is through my music, and nobody is going to stop me.
Hey, I love that attitude. Now, okay, where can they find you on social media to keep up with where you're going to be?
Everywhere.
Well, my Miranda Miller official is my main official website. So you can go there, and that actually has all of the links to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. So if you go to Miranda Miller official, it will have all the links to everything I do. So you can find everything from there.
Awesome, awesome. But she's right. You do see it in your eyes, your face, when you're singing the songs. You sing, they're singing with you. It's no disinterest. And fans are very smart, either consciously and or subconsciously, where they can tell if things are real or if they're not. And people are craving in music and books and TV shows, everything these days real, because there's more than ever out there, but there's less real than ever.
Yeah.
So you're on the right track. On the right track.
Absolutely.
Next song, and talk about this one, and
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yes, I guess this is.
So, did you have that pick? Oh, Trinidad does.
Mr. T. T. Ramirez is here tonight. Him and Seth Ward will be on the show next week.
He's saving my butt again.
Oh yeah, back to back. We're gonna have back to back Menville People show. So.
Oh, yoink! Wait.
Yeah, gosh, T's hanging out. Yeah, we've been here a while. So, Brian, thanks for letting us go over tonight, and thanks for everybody for bearing with us and listening. We're gonna have one last song here, and then, oh man,
here we go. Let's slow it down tonight. I'm gonna sing this song for you. Maybe it'll turn your heart true. I'm at home all alone. Hear another lie on the telephone. You'll be home in an hour or so, but I already know. Is that another voice I hear on the line, breaking my heart one more time? Is that another voice I hear on the line, breaking my heart time after time? You stay out all night, coming on in at the morning light. I'm still up at the break of dawn, waiting on you. It's taking too long. Waiting on you, it's taking too long. Is that another voice I hear on the line, breaking my heart one more time? Is that another voice I hear on the line, breaking my heart time after time? I've been putting my heart on the line. I'm gonna tell you one more time. You're gonna have to choose. I should be the one you don't wanna lose. I should be the one you don't wanna lose. Is that another voice Is that another voice I hear on the line, breaking my heart time after time? I'm gonna sing this song for you. Maybe it'll turn your heart true.
Miranda Miller, Nashville Night. Oh, what a show. What a dang show this has been. This is awesome. You played that one, I think, on the Folk Fest preview show a few weeks back. Gosh, I really love that one because that's one I'm going to be
That's a really good,
for the next hour or two. You know,
really good cheating song.
It is.
It's what
the world needs more of those.
Yeah.
They do, yeah.
Without saying it.
Yes.
Yes.
Without saying it, but
love
I
it.
really like how you get gritty
Yeah.
with it. I really like
Like
that.
you're breaking my heart, man.
I mean, you're putting so much energy into it, and it's really gritty when you're doing it.
I like it. That's the real. We all search for the real. Artists search for the real to deliver yourself to them, if that makes sense. You and Robert both seem to be very goal-oriented people. It's 2017. We're about halfway through it. All dang ready.
I know. It's crazy.
Yes. What is the next step? What is the next goal for Miranda Miller and her music?
The next step, well, everything, you know, it takes a little bit of everything, but that new My Tennessee Songwriter Show is. But the new Tennessee Songwriter Show that I'm producing, and my husband Robert, we're producing it all by ourselves, and well, we're going to be doing that once a week, and I'm going to be like out gigging all the time as much as I can.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm going to be going down to Nashville to Omni Sound Studios, who is actually the people that recorded my debut single, Doing It Right. They are great. But yeah, everything. It takes everything to actually do this. Like, I'll be going to Nashville. I'll be doing this, that, everything, writing songs with people as much as I can, and that's what I need to do.
Yes. That's great. Omni is right off Music Row there, right in
Yes.
front of the market, down from the market there.
Yes.
Travis Tritt recorded in there. I had a couple of cuts recorded. One cut I know recorded in there. So great,
Yeah.
amazing studio.
Amazing.
And, yeah, it's fantastic. So
I know.
Oh yes.
I was so blessed to just be able to record, you know, the very first song, the very first real song that's professional there. I was
Hey,
very
we have
lucky.
a special guest.
Yes, we have a special guest
a
here.
special guest that
yes,
just
and
came
he's
in.
up late tonight. He wants to. What is he? We'll talk about this man. What is it? Who is here with us?
I believe that we have got Hawk in the
Okay.
studio.
Oh, we talked about Hawk
that
a while
we were
ago,
just
yeah.
talking about
We
earlier.
were talking about Hawk earlier. He wanted to say
Yes.
something. Oh, hey, Mr. Hawk,
Say
how are
hi.
you?
Hi. This is my son Hawk. He's 4 years old.
Well,
He's
hello,
a little shy
Hawk.
sometimes.
Him is
Oh,
shy.
no.
Now, is he the one that thinks Mama's singing it?
Yes.
So, okay, Hawk.
Tell us where Mama's playing at.
Where does she play at?
Say it in
Oh,
the
yes.
microphone.
Folk Fest.
Oh, we love Folk Fest. Yeah. Yes.
I
love
thank
that.
you more than you even know, Hawk, for saying that. That is so kind of you.
Now, do you sing along with Mommy, Hawk?
Do you sing with
He
Mommy?
loves to sing. Both of my kids love to sing, and the weirdest thing, like you'd think, you know, if they're hearing their own mom or dad sing all the time, like, you know, it'd get old.
Oh, yeah.
But they actually sing along more to my stuff than anything else. It's just a part of their heart, I guess.
Yes,
But yeah,
I love
he
it.
sings. Hold on.
Well,
Well,
music is
I have two daughters, and my oldest cannot stand for me to sing. She doesn't like it because it embarrasses her.
Yeah, my son didn't like me to sing.
Even
He
though
doesn't
she
like
told
to
me I'm a
sing,
good
yeah.
singer, but it still embarrasses her. Now my youngest, she loves to.
There you
sing.
go.
She makes me sing to her to go to sleep.
So he wants
they're all
to
different.
sing "The Wheels on the Bus" real quick. Is that okay?
Yes,
Please, yes,
absolutely.
yes. Brian, sing along.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round. Sing it, Hawk.
What is wrong?
Hey, yes. Now he's
a
very
little
well
shy
behaved, for
sometimes.
especially being up really late at 10:30. Or is he? Yeah, he's on a good music schedule too. Then, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a music kid.
He is. This little boy is very amazing. He's really smart. He's articulate, and just God has definitely blessed me big time to have this little boy in my life.
Oh, let's give all. How this is your hand. We're giving you a hand. Yes, yes. Pork. I love it. Yeah. What a marvelous show this has been, and Mr. Robert's in the house, and you guys make an awesome team.
All the attention has got him like calm. He's like, oh wait.
Yeah, he's falling in love with the stage right now.
Right now.
This is going to be
right now.
Yes, it's going to be it. Amazing, Andy, Amanda. Y'all want to any parting words? Awesome, Andy. Awesome, Andy. There you go. Any parting words from Miss Miranda before we sign off here?
I enjoyed your performance. I mean, I consider this to be a performance because I can tell by the way you approach anything that you're doing, you're giving it your all.
Right.
And that's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
So I will say that, and that's one thing that will help you set yourself aside as you're here in Nashville, and also around other artists as well, is that you're bringing your game every time you play, no matter where you're at, and that's what it takes.
Yeah.
I love it. Magnificent, Amanda. Great to have you back here.
Amanda.
Yeah.
I just want to say I'm excited that she was here tonight. I didn't even know she was coming tonight, so I'm glad that I made it back tonight when she was here.
Yes.
And
so fun to hang out with you.
Thank you.
All of you. Thank you for having
Gosh,
me.
it's fun to hang out with you. I love it.
Yeah, and I absolutely love your music, Miranda, and I'm just glad to call you a friend and to get to know your family, and I just think it's great, and I'm just so excited about what is coming for you because I see it. I know how hard you guys work, and it's going to pay off, and I know it will.
Well, thank you. Finally, somebody's noticing now.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just kidding. No.
You're blowing it up, sister. I mean, it's happening. It's going to happen.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
We're not the only ones. You got the Josie Award, and that's going to come up. That's coming up. Congratulations on that.
Thank
you.
you.
The new single, one more time. What is it? Where can it be
Doing it
found?
right.
Yeah,
You can find it on iTunes.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I had something good to say as part of it, but that song stuck in my head, so I guess we'll do it. The wheels on the bus turn round and round, round and round,
round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. All the time. What does the hawker boy on the bus do?
What's the hawker boy do?
Hawker on the bus says present, present, present,
Oh.
present, present, present. Present, present, present. I swear.
I
swear all day long.
Well, I was going to be whistling your last song you played, but now that's going to be on my mind. I'll go to bed tonight. We're on the bus now. Go around it. My gosh, I love that song. This has been a fun show. Chuck Frederick, glad you're here, brother. We're going to have you back on. You look great, man. You got you're no longer a Connecticut guy. You are a Tennessean. You got the T. He's got the T on his head.
I know. He's all in orange with the T, and he's got the facial hair.
What you do?
Just a few weeks ago, he didn't have that.
Yes, I want you to practice saying this, and you got to get real Southern on it, too. My blood runs deep orange. Y'all know what I mean.
Are we supposed to say it?
No. I want Chuck to say it. Well, no, you don't. Run. Come here, right quick. Then we're going to go off the air. But Chuck's from Connecticut. Been in town 3-4 years now. I love this guy in many more ways than I can mention. But now you're wearing orange, so my blood runs deep orange, and you'd be willing to fight anybody if they criticize that.
Just say my blood runs deep orange. That's all you got to say.
Come here. Say it on the air. Can we have you?
Do you?
Yeah. It's called My Blood Runs Deep Orange.
I knew it was coming.
Right. But I love that. You're wearing the orange. You got the orange tee. You're a Tennessean. You're going to hate the Alabama Crimson Tide.
How long you say you've been here?
4 years.
I love that. Seriously.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
No, go along with the orange
Yeah.
shirt. There is no accident there, buddy. You can't deny it.
Yeah, just wanted to say hi to you. Glad that you come down, man. You've been a friend of the show from the beginning. But everybody give Miss Miranda Miller a big hand.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here anytime.
Oh, we definitely want you to come back, right?
Absolutely.
Anytime.
I was thrilled when you said you could do it, and I was thrilled when the time come up when we could get you immediately back. Hope everybody's enjoyed the show. Thanks for staying up late with us here on the Nashville Night Show. Buzzy Orange, Rachel Dixon, always a great show. Mark Irish, oh my gosh, what a great night of music. It has been right here at the Family Music School /Center, 111 South Spring Street in beautiful Manchester, Tennessee. Gosh, if y'all would have been here 30 years ago, we had Miranda and Robert. We had the world-famous pajama party. I'll quit talking about that one day. Yeah, right over on the square. Good Morning America came. There was like 30,000 people or something in their pajamas.
Wow,
I have a
I never
VHS
heard of it.
tape at my mother's house somewhere.
Again, let's do
Well,
it
talk
again.
to the city government. You know.
Yeah.
They did that for a while. And it was huge. It was really huge. When I was a teenager, Mark, they did the big pajama party here. So, and all the musicians, I think, got to play in pajamas. So I'm for bringing that back. Maybe we'll start the movement tonight.
I wear my onesie.
Okay, I do that.
I have a onesie. Yeah.
The teddy bear onesie.
Actually, it's just pink and red striped.
I love that.
Like that.
Well, I think every onesie should be pink
Says
and
sleep
red.
across the butt.
It says juicy.
I like that.
Juicy stuff.
That's a perfect note to end this great show on.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I love
there
that.
you
Well,
go.
well, thanks, producer Brian, for hanging out or letting us do this, not complaining and telling us to hurry up. Chris Cataldo up there, New York City. Thank you, brother. We love you. Hope you'll pull for the Predators if you're a hockey fan. Everybody out there, we are in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Go Preds.
Yes. And Andy, Amanda, glad to have everybody back, the old gang back together again. Chuck, Frederick, Jason Adams, thank you for hanging out here. We love you, brother. And thanks for bringing your beautiful family down here and sharing your music with us. You rock. You're an inspiring person in a lot of ways. And keep it up. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Thank you
don't
so
stop.
much.
I love
Hope
it. I love
everybody
it.
listening has a great night.
Yes.
Chasing dreams, people.
Chasing
Keep it
dreams.
Up. Keep it up.
Miranda Miller, everybody.
Thank you.
And we're going to continue this McMinnville Love Fest next week with Mr. Seth Boyd. And Trinidad Ramirez, who's in the house tonight, was in here earlier. It's going to be a great show. We're going to do the day after Veterans Day. Andy set this up. We'll tell her really quickly. Tell them what next week's show is going to consist of, with the Veterans Day stuff. Veterans Day.
This is going to be really good. Tune in. These artists, both of them have served their country. They both have been in different countries, in Iraq, and also one in Afghanistan as well. They draw off of their experiences, and they actually take their music and expound on what they've experienced as soldiers, but also you can feel where they've been. And they are true examples of patriots. And just listen in this coming Tuesday, because this will be a special show.
Yes, gosh, it's going to be very special. Two great guys, great music, great stories. They both served their country. We love them both. It's going to be great. And until then, one more time, a quick reminder about the Bonnaroo tickets. When do they listen to WFMC Jams, and what do they need to do, Andy?
Folks, listen in Monday through Friday here at WFMC Jams. 2 passes that'll be given away. That's 2 passes for individuals. A whole weekend of music at Bonnaroo, including the parking pass. This is an opportunity that you don't want to miss. If you call in Monday through Friday at 7 o'clock, there will be a certain song that will be your cue to call in. And the number is 845-584-1067. And you've got that opportunity to experience Bonnaroo. If you've never been, you're going to hear U2, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, The Weeknd, and many other bands. You can find that at their website at Bonnaroo Music Arts Festival right down here in Manchester, Tennessee. But once again, the number is 845-584-1067. Tune in next week to Nashville Night Show, and also listen to the Midnight Madness Show with the Hillbilly Hot Throb, Jason Adams, and the DJ Dr. Mark Irish.
Yeah, well, thank you, Andy. Win some Bonnaroo tickets. Get to hang out. It's that time again. So,
It's that time again.
Okay, Mark, one more time, then we'll get off here. Have you seen any of the Bonnarooers? What do they call the Rooers? You usually see them about 6 weeks before the show, and you see them around the Walmart down 41. But I haven't seen any this year. How about you?
No, I haven't seen any, and of course, where we had the Family Music Center originally was right there on US 41, so when they'd come into town, they'd walk right in front of the store, so I'm not there now, I'm more downtown, which they don't come downtown too much when they come in. They hang out and become gypsies around the Walmart out there, and I've been out to Walmart a couple times the last few days. I haven't seen any yet, but they're coming, and when they come, they'll come in droves. I got a feeling this will be a good year for the Bonnaroo. A lot of people are liking the lineup. I'm more classic rock, so of course U2 and Chili Peppers. They're still kind of new to me, I mean, in my opinion, but old to most of the people. But that's be more the groups I'd be interested in seeing. But, Chase the Rappers out there. And Cage the Elephant's a great band. If you haven't seen them, check those guys out. They got their start and roots there in Nashville many years ago from Boots Hills Jackson's old place. But Cage the Elephant's there. The Weeknd's playing. There's just a lot of bands out there, so go out and check them out. But I haven't seen any of the Bonnarooites or whatever you want to call them coming in yet. But they'll be in droves here soon.
2 weeks, gentlemen. 2 weeks to Bonnaroo. This and turns things upside down here in good old Coffee County for a good 4 days. We're both going to be hanging out there in different capacities, but we're going to be on the ground. That's going to be an amazing, amazing time. I hope it doesn't rain because we're going to get really muddy. But 2 weeks, win your tickets, win your passes to Bonnaroo right here. Thanks, everybody, for listening. For awesome Andy, the DJ, Dr. Mark Irish, magnificent Amanda, Chuck Frederick, and Miranda Miller, our very special, beautiful guest tonight, and Robert, her husband, and everybody that's hung out here. Cynthia Irish, everybody, David Graham. Gosh, there's just so many. T. Ramirez. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We will meet you right back here next week. Same time, same channels on the Nashville Songwriters Radio Network. Good night, everybody.